So today we're sitting down with Mulgrave's visual arts teacher, Alina, and our artist in resident. Is that how I say
Artist in residence.
Artist in residence, yes. Toni Latour. Toni has been with us since the end of October, and she'll be with us for a few more weeks. And I would right now do an intro on the Artist in Residency program, but I actually, as it turns out, know very little about it. So I'm going to let Alina tell us more about the program and how it fits into enriches our curriculum.
Yeah, so this isn't the first Artist in Residence that we've had at Mulgrave, but the first one for a little while. And the difference with our program is that Toni is here working on her own project in the same space at the same time as our students. Mm-hmm. So as our students are developing their own work, they can see a professional artist doing the same in their space. So it really makes it feel like a real artist studio that they're working in, mm-hmm. Which is part of Mulgrave's strategic plan is to give opportunities for applied learning. Mm-hmm. So this is a really great example of that happening in the visual arts classroom.
Great.
Yeah.
Toni, maybe you can tell us a little bit about your background in the arts.
Sure. I've been a professional practicing artist for almost 18 years. I'm also an arts educator, and I work in many different disciplines: photography, installation, performance, sound, public art. Last year, I had a big public art piece through the Vancouver Biennale. It was a neon sign that was 30 feet wide that said, "Let's heal the divide." Wow. And it was located on the facade of VCC downtown campus. Mm-hmm. So at basically the divide between the downtown east side and the place of commerce in the city. So one of the most impoverished parts of our city and one of the wealthiest. And so it called for discussion, healing, action. And we had a big panel discussion about it. And it was on the facade for 2 years. And so it just came down recently. And what was really nice is that when I first came into Alina's classroom, to one of her classes, I think it was a grade 12 class.
Yeah.
One of the students was excited to see me because she had researched that piece in class, so she already knew about it, which was really exciting.
Oh, wow. So one of the students chose Toni's artwork, or actually maybe two of them did, in grade 12 as part of their comparative study.
Really?
Which is a huge part of the DP curriculum. So it was just such a fantastic opportunity for them to get to talk to Toni mm-hmm. firsthand and get that firsthand investigative research mm-hmm. Right in our classroom.
Yeah,
it was really
that was
great
wonderful.
Coincidence.
Totally.
Yeah.
So that was a delight.
That.
Yeah. It was awesome.
And so when I first came in, I got to chat with grade 12s and grade 11s about the projects that they're working on. But really, most of the time, I'm working on my own project right in the studio with all of the other students, which is a really nice, energetic atmosphere to be in. We're all working creatively together. Sometimes we chat about what I'm working on or what they're working on.
Alina, what have you been hearing from the students about this program?
Yeah, it's been really positive, and I think the best conversations that I've overheard have been not the planned full class discussions, mm-hmm. but sort of individual students or small groups of students coming up to Toni and sometimes just observing what she's doing and other times engaging in conversation. And the students in senior and middle school are finding it just really cool to have an actual artist working in their space. And I think it makes them feel more like artists themselves. Mm-hmm. And that's sort of the hat that we want them to wear as soon as they walk into our rooms is you're no longer just a student, you're actually a practicing artist, and this is your space, right? Mm-hmm. So to have that engagement is really fantastic. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's something I would have loved when I was in elementary school or even high school, to have practicing artists model this as a profession that is viable, that this is something that students can aspire to and achieve.
Yeah.
And it's not something that, is impossible, or it takes, a lifetime to be recognized, or all of those kinds of cliches around artists.
The
and
struggling
artists,
stereotype
the
of the
impoverished
struggling
artists,
yeah.
all of these, it's impossible. You need a backup plan, all of these kinds of things, that it's something that's real, that they can do, and that they are practicing and working on right now.
Yeah.
Well, we're so fortunate to have you here, Toni.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you very much to both of you for sitting down with us today.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.